ever wondered how it feels in the skin of a highly sensitive, clairvoyant business owner, then I want to take you behind the scenes of what I did today. We were in my mother's kitchen renovating it, and I was scraping the glue of the tiles from the wall for hours and hours, getting sadder and sadder and more turned inward, receiving so many pictures of how it was as a child, how it felt, how often grieving I was, and I totally forgot. And I looked at it from my perspective, at the same time my mother's perspective, at the same time from a perspective much higher than this. And all of these experiences, all of these feelings, all of that energy kind of like leaked out of the glue of the tiles, leaving me in a very strange feeling while the music was playing in the background and my family was like running around doing different things. And later I realized like how much renovating, doing like the physical world and the place that you have lived in or will live in, but especially have lived in, is like a shadow work x10, bringing up stuff that you might have thought you have forgotten, like me, or you have suppressed, or that just wants to come up. And it's no coincidence at all that I'm filming this one day after the equinox, the first day of spring. It's a way to release an old identity. And if you have witnessed, experienced something similar over the last days where all grief came up, or you were kind of invited back into a place that you have spent a lot of time with, or that is highly charged on emotions for you, then I want to tell you, I want to encourage you basically to really sit with yourself for a moment. Like, take just a moment on the couch or wherever you're sitting right now, and if it's safe, so like close your eyes for a second and connect to that version of you that was observing, and that version of you that was living through whatever you lived through in that place. And like really give thanks, not because everything must have been great times, but because you've experienced it and you are now the person that you are now, that sensitive, beautiful, talented, loving person you are now, because of this memory, because of all your other memories as well, but also because of this memory. And that makes it part of you that is so necessary for your growth, for your insights, for the way you carry yourself, for the way you are with others, the way you communicate, the way you hold yourself. So just a moment to acknowledge the big web of synchronicities of the universe, and how deeply necessary it is to do our shadow work so that we can grow in these times more than ever. So like lovingly connect to your past, to the grief, the anger, the joy, the peace, the whatever comes up when you go to these places. And I hope some of my message now makes sense to some of you. But yeah, sending you love. Do take care of yourself. Do embrace this new life, these old identities that you've just thought of. They can now shift. We're in a time where we don't need to do like dive deep for years and years and years. When some old trauma or grief came up, we can just acknowledge it and let it go. Times are so much more intense and so much more fast, so no need to dwell in things if you don't like to. Here's your invitation to release whatever just came up that does no longer serve you or fit you. Goodbye.